Hey guys, welcome to Insight Tennis Tour Stroke Series. My name is Rick Oldroyd and I'm the president and founder of Insight Tennis. And today we're going to be talking a little bit about the serve, but specifically about some ways that you can add power to your serve. Some simple techniques that you can do to add tremendous power to your serve. These are techniques that are used by all the top pros. But unless somebody has actually explained it to you or shown you specifically what they're doing, you may not realize it, and you certainly won't see it because it happens far too fast. So what we want to talk about a little bit here is some of the key concepts. You know that in a good serve, once they get into that trophy pose, if you will, right? And there's a lot of different ways to get there. I advocate just allowing the arms to come down and just lifting that racket up into that good trophy pose. But let's assume now that we've achieved that pose. So what we want to talk about now is kind of what happens after that. And if you recall from one of my other videos, we talk about the racket drop. And there's in my opinion, a big misconception out there about this, that too often it's been taught that you want the racket to literally drop behind your head like this, and you've even heard the term scratch your back and so forth. When in reality, if you look at the top pros and anyone who's got a world-class serve, you'll see very, very clearly that this just simply isn't the case. It's very deceiving visually, especially from different angles. But what you're going to find is that when they get to this position and they've got their racket here in that good trophy pose, right? The racket, instead of coming this way towards their head, it actually drops back this way, okay? Now we'll talk about that in a lot more detail in some other videos. We're going to be doing a full course on the serve, essentially everything from A to Z, how power is generated, all the different power leaks that are out there, and we'll talk about that in great detail. But I want you to understand this, because this will help in putting the racket in the right position to take advantage of what I'm about to tell you. And this is a huge power source that a lot of people may not even know about, but yet, and clearly if you don't know about it, you won't be utilizing it. So let's get to it. What we want to do here is, once we've made our good racket drop, and I'm going to do this in slow motion obviously, and I'm coming around, right, and my racket literally supinates here, and as I come up to the ball, the tendency and the mistake that I see and this is a huge power leak, if you will, is that you tend to start opening your wrist up or rotating your wrist far too early. Now if I start opening my wrist back here and my racket is starting to rotate here, at this stage I've lost a huge source of power. So what do I want to do instead? This is a simple thing that you can think about the next time you're out there that will add tremendous power to your serve once you get the hang of it and once you get the timing down. So what are you going to do? The idea is to think about, we all know that in a good serve, you come up to the ball on edge. So in other words, my racket is traveling on edge, almost as if I'm going to hit it with the ridge or the edge of my racket, right? And what we want to concentrate on is, just before you get to that ball, you want to delay that relationship, or that release rather, the wrist and arm rotation as we've talked about, as long as possible. The longer you can delay that, and you're going to feel like you're coming up to the ball, like you're going to hit it with the edge of your racket, and then the last second you're going to rotate to impact. Okay, this is a first serve that we're talking about, obviously. So we're coming up and we're going to rotate to impact. Okay, notice that that's my wrist and arm rotating to impact. But the key thing is delaying that rotation. The longer that you can delay that rotation, the more pop and the more power you're going to have on your serve. Now there's a lot of other ways to add power to your serve, but this is just one element that you may or may not know about. And if you master this, and then you add torso rotation, trunk rotation, knee bend, energy going up into the ball, wrist and arm rotation connected with your body, everything coming together at the right time. One of my favorite quotes is, "Power is a product of technique and timing." And as you bring those elements together at the right time, you're going to have a serve that just explodes off your strings. You hear that sound when you hear the top pros hit their serves. There's a pop that happens, that only happens when you have great technique and great timing. So once again, in review, it's a simple thing. You can go out and you can practice this. When you come up into the ball, you're going to come up on edge, as we've already talked about, and I want you to delay that racket from that release. Remember, it's a wrist and arm rotation, but delay it till the absolute last second and then release it over. What you're going to find is that you're going to have a lot more pop on the ball. It may take you a little while to get the timing down, okay? That's okay. If you hit it a few times, that's fine, but just practice feeling like you're literally coming up to the ball on edge like this, and then last second you're literally rotating. Wrist and arm rotation right there. So it's going to feel like the racket is almost going to be hitting the ball, and the last second I'm going to rotate over. And the more you can delay that, and the better timing you can have on that, the bigger you're going to hit the ball. You're going to have more pop on your serve, and you'll be surprised at how much this will change the velocity of your serve coming off of your racket. Once again, it's all about that storing that energy and delaying that wrist and arm rotation into the ball until the last second. Hopefully that's going to be helpful for you. If you like the video, please click the link below and subscribe to our channel, like the video, obviously share the video as well, and visit our website at insighttennis.com. This is going to be kind of an introduction to some of the other videos that we're going to be doing. I'm going to be doing a serve video series, if you will, a full system on the serve. And we're going to get into absolutely everything from A to Z. We're going to do the same thing on the forehand. We're going to do the same thing on the backhand, both one-handed and two-fisted or two-handed backhands. So be looking for that. That's going to be coming out soon, but this is going to be a full course. If you pick this course up, you're going to be able to build a tour quality forehand, backhand, serve, volley, all of the shots in the game, and we're going to talk about all the intricate details, things you probably haven't heard about or may not have been aware of. We're going to break it down piece by piece. We're going to talk about how power is generated, what you need to be doing, what the wrist and arm is doing, how your body should be working, all of these different elements that create the final shot, if you will. So watch for that. It's going to be coming out soon. Once again, thank you so much for your time. Please, any comments, questions, we love to hear your comments and questions. I get comments from all over the world, and it's great to hear the feedback. It's great to hear that the videos are helping people. I get comments all the time saying, you know, I've gone out and implemented some of the things that I've learned in your videos, and it's transformed my game. I love to hear that. My goal is obviously to get the right information, in my opinion, the right information out there so that people can utilize that and improve their games. So once again, appreciate your time. As always, subscribe to the channel, click the link below if you like the video, visit our website, and as always, thank you for your time, and we'll see you next time out on the court.